out there in the week. New week coming. It's your boy with him. How it is, what it is, what it is, how it is. Hope y'all are having a great weekend. If not, I hope the next weekend or this coming day will be better for y'all because there's always room for improvement. Yeah, I got on a little tonight, but that's just how it goes. We're gonna put on some music though, a little bit though. This is brought to you by Celsius. Pretty decent, not crazy with the fucking what's happening, mod. Knew you be steady on deck. Thank you. Thank you. Said this stream's brought to you by Celsius. Peach vibes and sparkling white peach edition. So yeah, limited time offer. Get it while it's in. Otherwise, you snooze, you lose. Early bird gets the worm. I don't know how I've done it. I really don't. Today, everything I had to go do. Hey, what's up, buddy? I knew you would be on the same. Like, what's happening in the real? On the real. Yeah, not on that real, but you on that real shit. Yeah. No. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you fine. You know what's up. I told you I'll be back. I'm back. Hey, you got to do something real quick. That's fine. I had to go do something right when you popped in. If you got something serious to go take care of or something that's mandatory, go take care of it and come back. Because, hey, like I said, if you think I wanted to get off live when I was on the road, I didn't, but I had to. You know, I just had to. Everybody have a good weekend, though. I know it's going to take a little bit for people to pop on. So we're gonna let the time build it in. Was that Brazil? Do what you, hey, you do what you gotta do, real. Like, hey, I'm gonna be here. Or I will be here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm planted like a fucking tree. Nobody's gonna do nothing. Over my dead body, that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Hell yeah. King. Now, if you hear me. What's happening? Good night. You just got on. Well, you might go in a bit. Did you come on and say good night? How you been doing though? Coming through in waves. I'm into everything. You want to talk about hockey? I was a child. I caught a fever. hands felt just like two balloons. Yeah, I like hockey. Legally can fight. Like start fucking rocking soccer logos. Once again, anything you would not understand, so don't think you can get in my head. Yeah? Come. That's your opinion, big boy. You must want to take a dirt nap. I've become comfortably numb. I just poured some fucking Celsius in there. That's what I did. I ain't got no room to keep it cool, and I just threw it on some ice. You got a fucking problem with that? Like I said, what is it? Hey, I know something good's happening every time I come on here when you got somebody who just thinks they're gonna throw a monkey wrench in the fucking. What do you? Why do you breathe? Why do you breathe? Exactly. Stupid fucking question like you did, huh? You can take a dirt nap, buddy. Yeah. It's just gonna take a little. Yo ass. Go home. Stop with the dumb shit. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Oh, somebody just. What do you think is taking the cup? I don't know. I just like to fight. I like when they fight because they legally can fight. There ain't no other sport they can do that other than MMA, mixed martial arts, and UFC. In through in ways. What's happening? I caught a pleading ring. I'm sorry, you know what? As much as I'm tired, I'm feeling good right now. You look, and it was the child is grown, the dream is gone. I've become comfortably numb. Seriously, ain't been a savage a good weekend because I worked on my day off, and Saturday I worked by default. This wasn't a day off for me. A day off for me would be when they're running, and I get the day off. So, when there's no production, there ain't no day off. I get paid holidays though, so I don't give a shit about that. I just can't wait to see since I've been back, my first gobstopper. Because my first check was a little 3-day check because I started right back to data. I got cleared from my surgeon. And that was Thursday to Saturday. And after taxes, it was damn near $600. So I could just imagine what a 12-day check is, especially working on my day. Yeah. And like I said, I set my... Yeah, that's straight. I just was able to set up my 401k. They had it 3%. I set it 8%. And then, I straight up fucking 100 for stocks out of every check. Because, like I said, my department has the highest demand for their products. So we get overtime if we don't want it or not. So you have to be in it to win it. People come in there and they catch on fire. And they run away because they're like, holy fuck, we don't want to be in here because this shit's running too quick. It's too rigorous for people. All the other departments are slow, fast-paced, and they don't get that OT like we do. Don't worry, we got it going. It'll be your moves later on. Shit, I used to be sneaky. I don't need to be sneaky no more though. I grew out of that shit. What you can't grow out of is like diabetes and ADD and ADHD, like what I got. You are receiving against the ship upon the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Listen what I tell you saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. Sing along. Get in, hey, get in a good mood. Hi. Turned to look, but it was wrong. I could not put my finger on it now. The child is gone, the dream is gone. I've become comfortably numb. Yeah. You do what you gotta do. Free will. No one's holding you against your will. Do what you gotta do. What you gonna do? Point and shoot? Squeeze it? Pull it? I don't know. Tuck and tail and run? I don't give a fuck. Do what you gotta do. Nobody's holding you against your will. Just like nobody pulled you into here. See, I think people tend to forget when they come on here and they want to fucking start bullshit and throwing caution to the wind. I think they tend to forget that I have a following that follows me when I come on. And this ain't all about me. It's about us. There's no I in team. So you can sit here and say what you want because that's your right. But I don't give a fuck. You want to know why? Because there's people on here that do give a fuck. Just like if you want to keep up with that bullshit, my people take care of it, not me. Because I ain't got time to, I mean, like I said, I can't stop nobody from doing what the fuck they want to do or how they're going to be, but all I can do is suggest to you and advise, and you can take it under advisement because if there's any proof that you can change, I'm proof. And if you want to sit there and assume off of, 12 minutes and 30 seconds, because most of you guys that fucking try to cause ripples, they'll never become waves, but if they do, it'll be a wave that washes you the fuck out after I burn you the fuck up. Like a wall of dry leaves in your face. Go ahead. If you were smart, you'd go back and do some recon and go look at my shit, and you would know. You would know. I've been through some shit, and I wanted change in my life, and that's exactly what I've done. Like I told y'all a couple months, last year I said this coming year is gonna be the year of evolution. I'm gonna fucking evolve like a Pokemon, and I did. I've never had a license in my entire fucking life. I've had it for just got my license. Never had one in my entire life. I'm a middle-aged man, all right? Just got my license. But that's because of how fucked up I was back in the day. I just didn't give a fuck because we all can drive. We all can get behind the wheel of a car. But whether you're legal or not, that's to be seen. And that's how I was. I knew I wasn't legal, but I knew I physically could still drive, so I just didn't give a fuck. The thing is, you got to know that you got to be lucky every time. They only got to get lucky once. So, you slip through the cracks eventually. But like I said, I'll tell you this right now. When you abuse something that's not a right and it's a privilege, it's going to take a hot minute to get it back. And I'll tell you this right now. It made me sick to my stomach when I went to go try to start getting my license back in 2017. Because the fucking DUIs from 2008. My cab ride home was more than my bail. I didn't even go in front of a fucking judge. Oh, I know you happy about it. You see me driving now. Like I said, there's no faking it. You gonna get nothing but actual, factual, solid gold bars on this bitch. Oh, yeah. That's why a lot of people come on here hating, and that's fine. Because all you're doing is helping me fucking trend. So do what you want to do. That's why I said, do what you got to do. Because I'm going to do what the fuck I got to do. Just like, when I was at work on break. Somebody come on, King Kozar. And I know it wasn't homeboy because you want to know what? I paroled to that motherfucking area. And I'm going to let you know this right now. Whoever the fuck want to be, what do you? Oh, I bet you won't meet me in the dark. First it goes like this. Oh, that's green screen. Because I'm sitting outside and there's a storm coming. That's green screen. You ain't at work. Fuck out of here with your bullshit. All of a sudden the storm started conjuring courage. He's seen shit start moving. Oh, that's AI. No, you're IA, bitch. You probably snitching on your own people for a block of cheese and a fucking junior Gmail badge. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. And then his own boy, hey, homie tucked tail and run, and guess what happened? His own boy had the respect to come on and go, I apologize for him trying to bully you. I said he wasn't bullying me. He was doing his God-given right. He has lungs, he has air, he can talk. That's his right. His opinions are his opinions. But he's like, you won't meet me in a dark alley. You're fucking right, I won't. You want to know why? Because what the fuck would I have to show for it, win or lose? Nothing but misery. So, you desensitized. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Because, I was making overtime at that point. I was making overtime the day before. It was all OT that day. So I just don't give a fuck. And it's not about the money. It's about taking negative shit out of your life and filling that void with positive benevolence. No, I'm not. Hold on here. You said I'm racist? Try to say that to my oldest, so shoot you in the face. My oldest, how could I be racist? You wouldn't even know. You would not know a fucking thing, bro. I'm not racist. You would not. I don't know who the fuck. Just like I don't care. It's your right to say what you want. But I'm just letting you know, I'm not racist. I'm not. Yeah, go take a fucking dirt nap, buddy. Go put some pressure on your back. Yeah. Pimped you out for a pack of cools. Bye-bye. Go take a dirt nap. Night-night. Ain't polluting my fucking airwaves. No, it's cool. It's cool. If I had a charger to hook up here to charge your phone, I would. For real, I would. If I had a fucking thing up here. What's happening? What's happening? Yo, what's up? Nothing but elevation at the highest. It don't matter what you spell. Let them do it. You gonna do your job. That's just another motherfucking name and another body on your drag wall. Yeah. How many people on here? And you haven't even stated the rules yet. So like, let them throw caution to the wind. Like I give a shit. That's what haters do when you success. Nothing's gonna stop progress. Okay? Nothing's gonna stop progress. Nothing exceeds but excess. And as long as you put your mind at the task at hand with deadly purpose, absent negative thoughts, that's exactly what's going to happen in your life. Your quality of life is going to fucking build. Because I'll let you know this right now. I know what I've been through. I don't know what the fuck y'all been through, but I know what I've been through. So. You've been warned. I don't got to warn you. Somebody's about to apply a belt to that ass. I think they get rid of the belt and just pull out the whip and start stripping flesh from fucking bone. And God forbid if you're still able to conjure the courage to speak before you fucking larynx are crushed with the boot, they're going to break bone to drain marrow. No, I know. That's fine, but I'm just telling you, anybody has the right to come on here and do it. The thing is, I just don't understand when people want to come on here and hate, because all publicity is good publicity. And when somebody comes on here and starts yapping that fucking sewer in that fucking hole they call a face, all you're doing is helping me trend. That you have the right to do that, but don't think I'm gonna sit here like a fucking voodoo doll or a dartboard and take that shit, because I don't take it in real life, and I haven't. That's why my life was so fucked up, and I got tired of it. So I turned it around. That's all there is to it. Just like they don't want to tell none of y'all. I'm gonna let you know this right now. I don't gang bang. I don't gang bang. And motherfucker on there, you don't, hey, you ain't gang. You're damn right I'm not gang. I can't stop nobody else from doing what they're doing, but this is what they don't tell you. You don't have to be gang banging to be a man or be a savage in the motherfucking street. That's what they don't tell y'all. That's why you guys get stuck and crashed out. And I watch it happen to all sorts of people, including some of my close motherfucking friends, my brothers. Or you're just born into that shit. It's second nature. So I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I know what the fuck I've been through. I've been through more than what I should have. I should be dead by now. I should have been gone, or in a fucking concrete box collecting interest, being a fucking national treasure for the government. Fuck that. I'm here to fucking hope that I can prevent that unnecessary strife. And this is about awareness. And if you guys don't like it, then fucking rotate. Because I didn't ask you to come on, so you put yourself on here. And when you sit here and start diluting yourself, go ahead. Because all you're doing is helping me. All you're doing is strengthening my position. Because y'all act like like this is like, oh, I just come on. This is my debut live. I didn't even know what fucking lives existed when I started this channel. So I don't give a shit. My people are on here. People will continue to come. People will continue to go, whatever it is. The thing is, you can't stop progress and you can't fight fate. And that's one thing that I've got through my head long motherfucking time ago. What's going to happen is going to happen. You know, just like I never thought I'd get shot the fuck up the way I did. And I don't bang. I wasn't out there banging. And I got shot the fuck up. You want to know why? Guilty by association. Yeah. You hanging around with friends like that, you got to understand what type of shit you're going through. You got to take the risk. Life sometimes is a game. It shouldn't be, but this life is cold and cruel. Very cold and cruel. So, you know, I can't hate somebody I've known my whole life when he goes out of his way to let us all know that he's gay or bi. I can't. Why would I hate him? He never pulled no shit on me. Even if I told him, hey, take it easy. I'm not on that. But that never happened. So, like, how could you hate somebody for something like that? Or judge them? You never been in those type of positions. You wouldn't know. So it's like, until you've been through it, just like I can't say that you've been through worse than me or more than me because I don't know, and I'm not going to sit there and assume. This is all about people being able to come and talk, me be able to relate everything. We're all together as one. This ain't just about, this is everybody. There's a lot of people on here that have hollow minds that need reassurance, they need advice, they need a peace of mind. My channel is a peace of mind. So I don't give a fuck who says what about what, when, where, how, and why, in any way, shape, or form, okay? In for a penny, in for a pound. I don't give a fuck. So you guys are going to do what the fuck you got to do, but the real people, they going to stick around like they always do. And then the odd jobs and the spark plugs, you guys are going to take dirt naps by default. And the thing is, you already prepaid for your plot to be dug. So that's why you guys take dirt naps the minute that you throw caution to the wind, because it's like you think it's funny to come on here. You think people are gonna fucking run, or you think people are gonna take you? Well, go make a fucking channel. Go conjure the fucking courage and stamp and fucking be somebody, okay? Because I know what the fuck I'm doing. I worked 60 fucking something hours, almost 70 motherfucking hours last week and the week before. I got a fucking big gobstomper coming, and I hate money, but I needed to take care of my obligations and responsibilities. Money's always given me a false sense of security. It has. I don't like money. Money's the root of all evil. I literally watch it change people. Literally. They act like they have your life in their hands. Fuck that shit. I'll show you that when I put you in sand. And I'm not no badass. But I didn't let nobody get over on me. Come on. Look at that. Look at my nose. Come on. You see that? You see how crooked it is? It's been broken so many times I got tired of getting it reset, because getting it reset hurts more than it actually being broken. I was like, fuck that shit. I had it reset, you know, like, and the thing is, that don't stop a fight. It got to the point where I was letting a motherfucker break my nose just to get my juices flowing. And that's not nothing to be proud of. All the shit that I did in my past, that's nothing to be proud of, but it's something that I can bring to y'all so y'all don't let your emotions take a hold of you and make you jump out your body and do some fucking stupid shit and crash the fuck out and go to slip and fall school, because sometimes you go there, you ain't coming back. It might be a one-way ticket. You know, you ever been charged with some serious shit, you might know. You know, you ever had your neighbor call the police on you and say you shot the fuck out of him? Because I'll tell you this right now. Or somebody call the police on you because you didn't do what they wanted and they said they're going to burn your house down. And I took that shit tenfold. So I went and did to him what he claimed he was going to do to me. And then called the motherfucking cops on me. You know? That shit don't make me a man. But the thing is, I had to go through that shit because I wasn't letting nobody get hurt on my end. And the thing is, sometimes you have no control over shit. And I had no control of me getting locked the fuck up because I never thought somebody who said, oh, I'm going to go burn your people down in their sleep because you won't do me a favor. Well, I'm not doing you a favor because all you're trying to do is work. You're not trying to be real. You got popped. You thought it was on some shit. I wasn't having it. You got butt hurt, called me back, said you didn't do this. And I said, guess what? I didn't even tell him. I didn't even tell him was that. He told me he was going to burn my place down and everybody in there was going to die in their sleep. I hung the phone up, and guess what I did? I went and made some Molotov cocktails, and I went the fuck out there. And I forced my buddy to drive me, and he was dead drunk. Oh, yeah, that's why he tried to turn against me. He tried to turn against me. Yeah, my own rappy. He was the driver, and he didn't do shit. He was a choir boy. But he was with me having fun, getting some strange. When we were young, I had an older girlfriend, neighbor from my cousin's house. Her kids, other than her oldest, didn't like it. Because I used to tell them, don't make me be stepdad and apply a belt to that motherfucking ass. Act accordingly. Act accordingly. Shake the fuck up. The oldest one, she liked me. She liked me. She goes, I wish there was two of you because I can't take you away from my mom. I was like, well, that's just how it be sometimes. But like, what I'm trying to get at is, y'all have a choice. People out there, they feel like they get put in a position they ain't got no choice. Don't let somebody remove the choice from you and act like you got an ultimatum. Because that's not how the fuck it works. You do have a choice. It's whether you want it or not. If you want to change your life, you have to really want it. If you don't want it, you're going to keep doing what you're doing, almost what I did. For God knows how long. I went against the grade almost like rubbing one out with a cheese grater. Beating up, you're going to get nothing good from it. Nothing good. Nothing good. Just like trying to force things. Nothing good comes of it. So don't do it. Hey, doubt is your fucking enemy. Do not doubt yourself, and don't let anybody around you doubt you. You got people around you doubting you, and you're trying to build, you're trying to elevate, positively with deadly purpose, and they try to tell you, oh, you can't do it. They ain't got your best interest at heart, let alone theirs. And you got to remember, you have to be able to help yourself before you can help somebody else. Separate yourself. Let them think what they want. That's their opinion. But when they're when they're still getting when they can't pay for their fucking shit with their bills, they can't pay for their fucking note, this and that, all the bills. Mommy may turn painters paying for it because they're so lucky. Not here. My dad died when I was motherfucking 9. And he told me 13 days before he died, he was going to die because he quit going to dialysis. So I thank my dad, and that's why he right here. I got him right in here. I put it on it. My dad, I know it. A lot of people said what my dad did was cruel. Even some of my family, even some of my own family. Even some of my own family said, what father did to you was cruel, telling you he was going to die. Fuck, he wasn't. He was getting me ready for reality. I was 9 years old. You're damn right, doubt is weakness. And you want to know what? Hell no. If I give one thing up, I give it all fucking up. You might as well give it all up. You want to know why? I'm going to let you know something. People that haven't heard this before, some of y'all might have heard it before. You're going to hear it again. I will say it in every fucking stream because there's new people who come in, new people going to come, new people going to go. That's just the way it's going to fucking be. How it is, what it is. But you want to know what my father told me? He goes, hey, son. I said, what, father? He goes, I need to tell you some things. He goes, I'm gonna be leaving soon. And I was 9 at the time, and I was like, what you mean? The fuck do you mean you leaving? You going on a trip? He goes, no, I'm departing. And the thing is, even at 9 years old, I knew what departed means. Not just because I was listening to fucking that Van Halen. No, I knew. And I was like, Dad, what do you mean, Dad? And then I started, then it hit me before he could even, you going through dialysis for 11 years straight. 3-4 times a week, 5 hours each time, getting your fucking blood filtered through a machine, all the toxins and poison clean out and impact through you because you only got one kidney. He was wanting to fuck out. He felt like he was a big bird, and you want to know what? The oldest, his oldest, 11 years older than me. My one brother that just died last year, he was 9 years older than me. They didn't get that luxury that he gave to me. Even though if it wasn't for my father, I would have never met my other brother. The oldest one, yeah, he was a fucking jagoff. He's in fucking Florida, fucking in the Everglades, probably waiting to get ate by a fucking anaconda because he fucking thinks his shit doesn't stink. But that's his problem. I love him to death. The last time he started some shit with me, karma got his ass. He got diverticulitis. That's what happens when you go in dirty fucking water, dummy. Yeah. Yeah. And he don't do nothing stupid. He runs a landscaping company out there fucking making 6 figures, and I don't give a fuck. He can stay the fuck out there. You cool, real? On the hey, we're not fishing here. You here? I know you. Yeah, you just like me. What you say you gonna do? So you cool, bro. Whether you hey, if you gotta go back and do a little something, do what you gotta do, bro. It's okay. Take your time. Take it easy. But what I'm telling you is, when my father told me, I'm going, and I come to the realization, and then he's like, I can't do this, like I'm worn the fuck out. He goes, I am not able to do anything, and he goes, he felt like he was more of a weight on us, a burden than anything. And the thing is, even though I never went through what he went through, I understand because I could see it in his eyes. And he was the best father I could ever have. He introduced me to my my half brother, the one that just died last year. And me and him got really close, like it was so funny the day that he told me. He goes, "Hey, you want to go see your brother?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? He's in the other room." He goes, "No, your other brother." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "All right." I was like, "Yeah." So he went first and talked to him because he was a lot older than me. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, bro. You fine. You on the real, you keep it real. Like a solid gold bar right out of the fucking Federal Reserve. Nothing but a fucking fact. Nobody can put holes in that credibility. But, he went back and talked to, my other brother that I didn't even know existed. And he goes, "Hey, do you want to meet your young brother?" Because this is the thing. The oldest brother and him were 2 years apart. So they actually went to school together, but did not know they were fucking brothers. So it was a little weird because last names are different, shit and that. But my half brother wanted to meet me. And I wanted to meet him, and I was 9 years younger than him. So like he brought me over to him and we met and we locked in. And we were locked in so tight that even on his mama's side, his half brother, the peanut shaped head wannabe Debo motherfucking cocksucker. He threatened my sister-in-law. Oh, he better not be in the obituary when he dies. He better not come to the funeral, this and that, woo-woo. Man, my brother loved me. We sprang from the same fucking cock, unlike you, motherfucker. Yeah, unlike you. That's why nobody fucking, and the thing is, he got to deal with his own problem. But when you bring some fucking, I don't even want to get into that shit. I was so prostrated with grief. After his wake, that day, my step half brother, I 3-quart remote. So drunk, he trying to pull out a shotgun to try. "I want to shoot you. You go in there." Fuck what you talking about? Fuck what you talking about? You thought I was gonna be here? They threatened my sister-in-law and said, "You better not have him in the obituaries," and we don't. She didn't give a fuck because she knew how much my brother loved me. And the thing is, I was just getting shit wrong. Like, when I hooked up with my half brother, he was more like my full blood brother. He was like the opposite of what the oldest brother. He was really there, and it was like he ran the park district for the city. So like when I got in trouble as a kid and I was out and wasn't locked the fuck up, I had to do my community service with him. So I was able to build a real personal rapport with my own blood. And you know what? A lot of people didn't like that because they're like, your younger brother's giving you a bad name. You've done nothing wrong in your life. You're a pillar of the community. He's the fucking pestilence. And I was. But he did not give a fuck. He did not care what anybody thought. He loved me. And then, that's when I found out, he had other brothers from his mom's side. He won. Yeah, Mr. Wannabe fucking CIA agent who couldn't make it through PT in the fucking Marines.
So he got sent to the brig, and we knew what happened when he got sent to the brig. He was over there. Yeah, he said after he got out of the brig, he was shopping one day at Walmart, and the CIA came up to him and fucking grabbed him up to do black ops. Oh, I bet he was doing black ops. All right, I bet he was. I bet he was doing black ops, getting bent over, and getting fucking derailed, getting loaded like a fucking 12-gauge shotgun relentlessly. Fucking wannabe motherfucker. You know when you fake something, especially the military, that's just like acting like you false flagging in a gang. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. So him going around, he get drunk and go tell all these motherfuckers, oh, the CIA fucking recruited me. Oh, I had to do all this shit. Motherfucker, get the fuck on with yourself. You never made it through PT in the Marines. And if you said you sailed the 7 seas, it was on your fucking knees on the deckheads and the bulkheads, motherfucker. And he knows that shit. My other brother loved him, but he tolerated him. Just like his mother hated me. I was the bane of her existence. You want to know why? You want to know what she told me one day when we were together? He had me up in the crib before he had his own spot. And he was like, he didn't know she was coming home really. And she goes, you know, I don't want to see you around here anymore because every time I see you, it's a constant reminder of what your fathers did to me. And she was directing it to me, even though my brother, same father, was right there. You want to know what she said? You know what he said to her? After he didn't tell me. He didn't do it in front of me, but he told me after. He goes, you know you're a hypocrite, right? Because why aren't you blaming me for it? But because I was her son and I'm not. So like, how do you think I felt? I was being threatened at his way. Hey, I got calls all through the night before his funeral the following morning telling me, hey, you come to the funeral, there's a good chance you're going to get put in the ground like he is. I said, I'm willing to take that risk because I've been up against worse for less. And if you think I'm going to miss my fucking brother's funeral, you fucking crazy. Just like all of them coming fucking rag tags and underwear. Motherfucker, I came suited and booted. My brother loved Nike. I wore a suit to his wake. My sister-in-law said he would love it if you had some good Nike material to fucking with because my brother loved Nike. So I put on Jordan 5 zip up fucking Nike Air Jordan fucking with the SPs. Yeah, yes I did. And guess what? You know, during his wake, it was fucked up because, you know, my sister-in-law, my nieces and nephews were there. And, you know, they probably stayed with real grief like I was. I stayed up there with them. So everybody who come through, they shook my hand. All the family on his mother's side sat down and I fucked me and threatened me and tried to make up shit to get me the fuck out of there. The thing is, they couldn't. The director even came up to me and was like, hey, they don't want you here. And I'm like, well, they don't have autonomy. So unless you're going to call the police, you can't. Because you know who wants me here? His real family. The family he created. I'm part of that. The people who shouldn't be here are the motherfuckers out there fucking doing the dumb shit. But the thing is, he had a lot of family from his mother's side. He didn't know him a lot. But like, same thing with his wedding. You know, wedding, wake. It's crazy. His wedding, the same fucking thing. Fucking 7-8 years prior. You know, people were prostrated. How the fuck you gonna let him be part of this shit? Yeah, I wasn't part of his best man or none of that. But you know what? He had to placate his mother. He placated his mother. But guess what? They told him, if you let him come, we're gonna leave. He said, then you guys can do what you gotta do. I came. They didn't leave, but they tried so much shit to try to start shit. You know, I had his niece with me, my little youngest, because she was only a little shite at that time, and like, you know, me and him, you know, we were locked in the way nobody understood. So like, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. They looked at me like I was the fucking pariah. Yeah, like and it didn't matter because they hated how he did not care. He had blinders on when it comes to their opinions. Like it bounced off him, bloop, because it was like, okay, whatever you say. Meanwhile, I'm going back to what I'm doing. And just like they hated it, you know, they come over to house. I'd be there at his house. Why you guys come over? What do you mean why I have them over here? Why are you asking a fucking question like that? Why are you coming over? He's my motherfucking brother. I love him. And I didn't get to grow up with him. You know, I met him when I was like 7. And then once my dad died, that's when we got real closer because he looks more like my dad than any of us. So, and then a lot of people didn't like because, you know, we got the same last names, but his other brother on his mom's side don't. Well, that's not my fucking problem. You know, his mom was mad because, you know, my dad accidentally was the mailman, you know. Had a kid with my mom first, you know, my mom, they weren't locked in, and my mom didn't, you know, my mom was like, wasn't on no bullshit because they weren't locked in. You know, and he was still married to old girl. Then had my half brother with her, you know, and then had me almost 10 years later. Well, he never even checked his mail. My mom checked his mail one day and seen that he was officially divorced and was like, "We're gonna get married, you motherfucker!" Woo, woo, woo. I found that out. I was a shorty when that happened, but I found out. So like, there are a lot of like on his my side, motherfuckers look at me like I was just the plague. Because what he went through, what she went through. She was selfish. She nothing but selfish because it was all about her at his funeral while he was laying there in that motherfucking coffin, waiting to get put in the ground. It was all about her. No, it's all about him and his kids and his wife. You selfish fucking. I'm not gonna lie. She gave me a hug when I come in. But then she went right to the funeral director and said, "Do whatever you got to do to get him out. Make up with it." And they couldn't. I was the last one out. I walked out with my sister-in-law and my nieces and nephews because they wanted me to stand there. They wanted me to be there for support. Unlike his other brother, which is a half brother from his mom's side, he was walking around drunk, pacing like a fucking lion in a cage, not knowing what to do. And you know, when other close friends of mine and his came. Oh, he really didn't like that because he didn't want to go against the grain then because they were like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? How the fuck can you guys do this? You ain't gonna do nothing, especially on this. If you will kill him, he's willing to die. So go ahead because he got all drunk. I'll pull out my shotgun. Stop talking about it and just fucking do it. You know. And then, like I said, that following night, prior to the morning of his funeral, I was getting these calls like, "Don't you come." Don't you come. There's a really high chance that you're going to go in the ground same day he does. I told him, I don't give a fuck. I'm coming. I'm going to take that risk. You fucking crazy. You motherfuckers are crazy. And like I said, you know, it was what it was. The thing is, nobody's seen my brother die. The thing is, he got misdiagnosed with epilepsy because he had a seizure one day. He wasn't epileptic. But they gave him pills for it, and it clogged his fucking arteries, and he had a massive heart attack on the way home from work. And they found him in the middle of the road, slumped on the fucking wheel. So, you know, shit happens. Yeah, it is, and the thing is that they ain't even my side of the family. That's not even my blood. He was my blood. Like I said, we sprang from the same cock. So I don't give a fuck what anyone says. She just mad because, or they were just mad because he was very receptive to me, unlike everybody else. And it didn't matter. Yeah, I got hobbies. Yeah, I got a lot of hobbies. Making nest eggs, getting ready for the future, taking care of my responsibilities, my obligations. My responsibility, everything I have, my work, all that. My hobby is, doing positive things. Absent negative thoughts with the task at hand. When I do have the time, I like to play chess. I like to play old school RuneScape. I'll shoot a little ball because I won't watch from the fucking bleachers. I fucked around and became my own leader. So, and we all can do that. Nobody's stopping you but yourself. So you got people who doubt you, hate. Let it ride. Let it ride because it's gonna fade away it's gonna fade away distant memory as time goes on. It's gonna evaporate. It's gonna become fucking vacated. It's gonna evaporate. But my big thing is it's like we're creeping up almost on a year now. My broski's been gone. And my oldest bro, I haven't talked to him in like 7-8 years. And like I said, I might be cruel when I found out he got diverticulitis because I celebrated. I didn't celebrate on here, but I celebrated because when I heard he got it, I laughed. I said, well, that's what he gets. That's what he gets because nobody knows. the type of shit he put me through. And I'm not talking like heinous things. I'm just talking like, we grew up together, me and my oldest. We were in the same household. Even though he was 11 years older than me, he didn't like it if I come running out and he had friends over. I was an embarrassment, so he would make an example of me. Put me in a suitcase and sit on it. That's why I'm not claustrophobic, because I freaked the fuck out. And I got over that shit because he did it to me so many times. And then, one time he fucking strapped me to a fucking tree. And then a couple times he fucking earth slammed me on the ground, knocked the fucking wind out of me, thinking it was cool. Because I was the type of motherfucker, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I come up and like, hey, what's going on, bro? And he wouldn't even say nothing. He just try to back it, and I'd kick him in his fucking shin when he wasn't looking. And he'd turn around, what the fuck? Try to make an example. And he did make an example of me. And the thing is, all that did was turn, like, whatever, bro. Like, I'm going to be on your ass like horse shit on the racetrack. Fuck, what you talking about? And, yeah, I'm not going to lie. When my dad was sick, we were always at grandma's. Grandpa bought a lot of land during his leaves during World War I and II. He died when I was 4 months old. So he got to know Grandpa, but I didn't. And he didn't like Grandpa because Grandpa one day asked him to go get him a beer after he done got him like 3 or 4 beers. And he was like, you get up and get it yourself. Well, my grandfather got up and chased his ass. And he went to go around the corner, and there was a piece of like chicken wire from the fence hanging out. And he's got a scar right here where it almost took his fucking eye out. Yeah, when he went around the curb, it caught right here. And it didn't touch his eye, but he's got this fucking scar that'll never be gone. Yeah. Just like the scar I got from getting clipped. I got motherfucker hitting me. Those scars will never go away. And I'll always feel them. But like, yeah. So like he, as much as he didn't realize he had a blessing no matter what other shit, I never got to meet my grandfather. I see pictures of me in his hands. I never knew I was 4 months old when he died. But my brother, my oldest one, he fucking, I love him. But, we don't get along. We do not coincide. And yeah, I'll admit, when we were at Grandma's house together, he'd come home from work. He'd be working, he had a work program when he was in high school. He'd go in the shop. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I went in his fucking wall because he treated me like shit, and I stole money from him. Yes, I did. And he didn't like it because he would try to check me and this and that. And I told him, I said, you get what you give, man. I said, you act like you're my brother, but then you act like I'm a stranger to you. So guess what? Your wallet's going to fucking grow a mind, and it's going to do what it wants to do, and I'm going to help it. I only did it a couple times, but it was enough to let him know that, guess what? You ain't getting over on me, motherfucker. Karma. And then in return, I got karma. Just like every all the fucking crazy shit I've done in my life. To this very second, I'm paying. Karma's making me pay. Hey, let me just put something flat out to you. I'm on the installment plan with Karma. I'm surprised Karma gave God the okay to let me get a license. Because, obviously I proved to myself to be responsible and deemed to be more than an opposite of a fucking threat or a hazard being on the road. But, like I said, when you abuse a privilege that you don't even have, they're going to make you jump through hoops of fire like a Barnum and Bailey circus bear. And from 2017 all the way till 9 days ago, I worked the hardest I could. I put every fucking fiber, every molecule of my beings into it. And guess what? If you really want change in your life, you will get it. Because I am living fucking proof. Just like when my dad died, 2 weeks later, I started going to jail. Before you knew it, I was institutionalized in juvie. To me, being in juvie was like fucking Disney World. I know that sounds sick, right? I didn't know no better. And then, like I said, I started catching adult cases, and adult cases weren't no game. You get in charge with attempted murder, solicitation to commit murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, attempted murder, possession, projection of incinerated devices, aggravated arson. You looking at fucking crazy shit. And, the odds were stacked against me not once but twice. And same judge and state's attorney, By God's great will, I beat him. I took the one to trial and beat it on technicality. And then in '09, when my neighbor called the police and said, hey, my neighbor shot me. They charged me with aggravated battery firearm and fucking 2 counts of criminal damage to property, $30,000 to $100,000 worth of damage. So I was hit with a class 1 and 2 class 4s. Well, 3 days later, it's a holiday, and I'm already in custody, and I haven't bailed out. And they're like, "Yo, you got court." I'm like, "What?" And I'm already in custody. They're like, "No, you got to go to the courthouse. This ain't video court." I'm like, "Oh fuck, what's going on?" Take away the aggravated battery with a firearm and hit me with 2 counts of solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder. All sorts of crazy shit. And then they haggling over my bail. They haggling over my motherfucking bail. State's attorney wants 1.25, 120K, 10%. Judge is like, no, we're gonna put it at like 350, 35,000. I start laughing like Gerard Butler on Law Abiding Citizen. Anybody who ever fucking watched that movie, remember what he did? He stopped everybody in their tracks and made sure he had no bond, right? That's what I did. That's exactly what the fuck I did. And the judge asked me, what's so funny about this? I said, I'm going to tell you, and it's nothing but facts. That's what I said to him. Exactly. It's nothing but facts, so I'm about to tell you, Your Honor. Bail is a fucking formality at this point. And he goes, well, how do you figure? I said, well, if I didn't bail out on the 100K before you guys just upgraded the charges on me, what the fuck makes you think I'm going to bail out for $350,000, let alone 1.25 mil? And you're fighting for me. He goes, you think this is a fucking joke? I said, no. This whole fucking thing is a joke. You guys run this shit just like a fucking assembly line. I said, you must want to get peg-legged. He goes, so what do you suggest? I said, you just heard me. Bail is a formality. If I didn't leave on the 100K, I'm not leaving on 350,000, let alone 1.25 mil. So no bail, no bond, boom. When I got cracked with them dumb X's, 2 X's. The 2 class was. I was already mentally and physically, emotionally prepared for the worst. Hope for the best, expect the worst. All of a sudden, pre-trial comes. They offered me 38 at 85. Fucking before my lawyer can even come back and tell me the offer, not the judge, but the state's attorney turns around and goes, oh, if you take the deal you're about to hear and you keep your nose clean, you'll be 51 when you parole. I told him to suck dick and strip cock. So we're going to trial. And it didn't help I was in front of the same judge and the state's attorney for my case 4 years prior. So I beat that case, so I left a real bad taste in the fucking state's attorney's mouth. Because I bailed out on my first case. I got a bond reduction. My bail was like, God knows how much. I think it was fucking a couple $100,000, but I got it down to $35,000, $25,000, bailed out for $3,500, 3 days before Christmas. And that on that case, like I said, they tried to get me with terrorist acts because of the Molotov cocktails. After 9/11, anything with bombs or anything, they would upgrade the charges. So even though I was getting hit with a class 1s and a class X, they upgraded them. Class 1 in Illinois is 4 to 15. Well, because they enhanced them in terrorist acts, it was 8 to 30. And then for the aggravated arson, which was already an X, 6 to 30, 12 to 60. So yeah, I was looking at, and I had no felony background. So when I got a bond reduction, the fucking state's attorney hated it. Oh, he was burnt the fuck up. I highly advise you don't give this young man bail. Why? Because he's a flight risk. The judge goes, how? Show me how he's a flight risk. Is there any case where he has not come to court or is that? Because there wasn't. And the only other case I had going, and I didn't have no case going, all juvie, and that shit's sealed. Like, they can't use that against you. He goes, does he have any record? No. Well, then, you're wasting your breath. I'm giving him his bond reduction. The only thing is I had to get my GED, and I had to be inside 10 o'clock at night. No police contact, don't catch no cases, and get my GED. And that's what I did. I didn't get my high school diploma because, you know, I was fucking in juvie so much that when I got out, they're like, you need 3 years later. And this is before I even caught the case to get your high school diploma. I said, fuck that. I told myself to get my GED. So when I was forced to get my GED because it was part of my bail, I went and got my motherfucking GED. Yes, I did. I went and got my motherfucking GED. So you take that motherfucker to the bank too. You take that to the fucking bank like a solid gold fucking bar and deposit it in your coffer. But yeah, you know, and the state's attorney hated it. Oh, he made, and I beat the case. I beat that case on technicality because the person who said he was gonna burn me up, I did that to him. Yeah, the aggravated arson got thrown out because he was staying in a house that was fucking condemned by the health department, so it was a non-conforming structure. So that got thrown out. So all they had was him. Every time I'd come to court before my trial, he would, oh, we're gonna bring him in to show we have the witness. Well, he got caught with drugs on parole right before he was supposed to testify against me at my trial, and IDOC would not release him from their custody to come testify at my trial. Oh yeah, and the state's attorney got like 8 or 9 Allen charges. I don't know if you guys know what an Allen charge is. That's where they pretty much get like a 3-day continuance so they can get their shit together. They abused it so much that the judge goes, you want to know what? I'm tired of you extorting this fucking system. There's no, I'm not granting you another Allen charge. Court will resume the following day, whether or not you can produce a witness. Trial will continue. And guess what? It did. And by God's grace, my first crazy adult case, and it was my first case at all, I beat it. I was found guilty on misdemeanor criminal damage of property and was given fucking court supervision. So, and then, like I said, 4 years later, my neighbor called the police on me and said I shot him. So, like, that's when they really got a hard on and became vampires because it was election year. They were fucking at it. Oh, they were at it. They hated the whole fuck. They just wanted to fucking put me in. They wanted to make me a national treasure. I was like, fuck this shit. So when they offered me that fucking 38 at 85, I was like, fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are? I don't give a fuck what happened. And I'm not trying to be crazy because I'm not a badass. I'm a human just like everybody else here. We all breathe, live, and die the same. So let's not get it twisted for a fucking second. I'm no better than you. You no better than me. We all were designed to sin. We weren't made to be perfect. We're half good and bad. We're made of that, like day and night, hot and cold. But we have free will, so we get to administer that when we want. So it's up to us. You get what you give in life, okay? So when I told them I was going to take it to trial, they set a court date 16 months in advance. You know, I was so fucked up that I should have just asked for a speedy trial, but I didn't because of the situation. Because when I got initially charged, I didn't think they were gonna fucking pull me in on a fucking holiday and bunk. Like I said, it threw me off. But like I said, 2 weeks after setting a trial date for 16 months in advance, they dropped the case. They dropped the fucking crazy shit. Because I flat out told them, I said, I beat this case. I will be suing you guys for slander, falsely imprisonment, defamation of character. Should I keep going? Oh, I had it lined up for them. Because this is the thing. When I was a youngin', I was always in the law library. Oh, yeah. Because I did most of my time in juvie. I've done probably about 6 years of my life locked up. 90% of it juvie. So hey, just like I hated people who read. I used to call them faggots and bookworms, take their books and rip them up and smash them in their motherfucking face. Because I thought people who read were faggots, even though back then I didn't even know. I was a little kid, I didn't know what a faggot was. I just said it. You know, monkey see, monkey do, whatever. And then I got locked the fuck up as a kid, little kid. And I read my first book in there. And when that happened, I hit the ground running, didn't look back. Knowledge is power. I sharpened my mind with the books like you sharpen a sword with a whetstone. Yeah. So, I was just, I knew my shit. And, a lot of people don't like that. Knowledge is power. So it's like, don't be afraid to, broaden your horizons, because a lot of people take advantage of people who don't know certain things. One case in particular point, like Slumlord over here. He chokeholded everybody but me to start when he took over the place, even though he got it on a 30-year fucking lease from the bank. So he's the bank's bitch. Couldn't even afford the fucking place. He hasn't done nothing to it since he's had it. He made all them fucking sign fucking new fucking leases. Well, I'm not an idiot. The minute they all signed, they had to pay double. And they had to give him a security deposit. Not me. I wasn't. Why would I give you a security deposit when you took over? All security deposits with you and accumulating interest with you, let alone give you double what I'm paying now. You fucked up. Y'all don't want to believe what happened after that? Why don't you go back and look at my lives? This stupid son of a bitch got so butthurt that he sent a battalion, a legion of men over here, grown men, after getting them all drunk at a bar and bringing them over. And they thought they were going to physically force me into signing the lease. I told him to go get fucked. I said, unless you're the fucking Messiah or the second coming, I suggest you fucking do something or turn the fuck around and move it like you're in fast forward. It got to the point where they told me I was crazy, but they wouldn't make a move. So they called the police thinking it was going to help them. Guess what? They crashed the fuck out when they called the police. They all went to jail. Yeah. They applied belt to their own asses, absent that thought. They're like, you're going to jail when you call the police? I said, I don't give a fuck what you do. I know my rights. I said, you're in here. I said, keep it up. I said, all you got to do is run. I said, do what the fuck you come to do. Because they're like, you better watch the big guy. We can't handle him. I said, well, you better watch my family because they come first. And I will die for mine. Motherfuckers never made a move. I told him, I said, what the fuck y'all doing here for? I said, I don't know you guys from a can of paint. Why you calling? Oh, we're not cussing you. Well, I don't remember calling you guys over here. So for that piece of shit motherfucker to send them guys over, and then he act like he didn't know nothing about it, even though they all went to jail. Yeah, 18 motherfuckers, 18 grown men. You can hear them all in the. Hey, it's in my shorts from last year. You see it. You can see it, hear it, whatever. And you want to know what? I told him when he called me. He goes, why won't you sign the lease? I said, because. Why the fuck would I sign your lease when you haven't done nothing to this place and you won't do nothing to this place? It's been depreciating in value. I said, I have to keep up with the upkeep. I said, you're a fucking slumlord. No, I'm not. And then he's like, oh, you're going to give me. I said, no, I'm not. He goes, well, you haven't earned it. He goes, yes, I have. I said, I don't know how. Because you don't care about us. And at the same time, he's building storage units. He's building storage units that people will not be living in. And he's being audited by the IRS for tax evasion and embezzlement. And he's got his fucking wife that he fucking divorced taking him to the cleaners. And they did not like how I knew all that. And the thing is, that's just common knowledge. When you go to get married and the shit hits the fan, you got to pay a lawyer to make your private life public? Come on. Fuck that. He bird fed me all the ammunition I need. I didn't even have to do nothing. I just sat there and fucking just stood on mine. And you want to know what? I told him, I said, go ahead and call your fucking lawyer that you have on retainer. He's going to tell you exactly what the fuck I'm telling you. And you're going to get charged, dummy. There's not a fucking thing you can do unless you're going to come in here and slump me. Now, you already sent over fucking up-team men. I said, you want to know what? Next time you come over, make sure you got North Korea on fucking retainer. Then maybe you might have half a fucking chance. He's so stupid. He wanted to start asking me fucking dumb questions. How long you been there? I said, I started laughing. He goes, what's so funny? I said, how long I've been? I said, are you male or female? What? I said, exactly. Don't ask me some stupid fucking questions, you dumb motherfucker. He has all the paperwork. He knows how long I've been here. He knows I'm the one on the lease. He knows I'm the one been here. Never missed a payment in my life. Just like he's like, you got to start sending me receipts. Actually, no, I don't. Well, what did you do with the last landlords? I don't know. I have a fucking receipt book. When they got paid, I got a receipt. We signed it, write it out. Well, that's not how it happens. I don't give a fuck how it happens. All I'm obligated to do is pay my rent. And I'm not signing your old lease. I ain't got to because I'm grandfathered in from the old lease. He hated how I knew my renter's rights. That's why I'm stacking my chips, though, like Shaq on his tiptoes. Because I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to find a place for rent to own, or I'm just going to build a place. Because, like I said, God has blessed me with many things. And I'm not letting it pass me by. Fuck that. But ever since that shit happened, that motherfucker he won't even make a peep squeak around here. because he knows belt will be applied to ass with deadly purpose. I said, your lawyer's going to tell you exactly what the fuck I'm telling you, dummy. Only you're going to have to pay him. So go ahead and call him up and ask him, is there anything else I can do? I said, because, you know, he just doesn't know. I snap my fucking fingers and make this motherfucker just, he won't even know what happened. And then on top of it, you know, to make everybody else sign, he started killing their animals. Yeah, leaving threatening messages. I've got all that shit. He's a stupid, dumb motherfucker. And then, like I said, when he sent 18 grown men over here instead of coming over here, because you should have seen them, they're like, so why didn't you sign the lease? He gave it to you. I said, no, he didn't. They go, you're a fucking liar. I said, oh, yeah? How about I get him on the phone right now? He'll tell you. He'll tell you. I said, he never knocked on the door and handed it to me like a fucking grown man. He acted like a little fucking boy who couldn't conjure the courage and stuck it in the mailbox. Yeah. So when he called me and goes, so did you sign the lease? I said, what lease? He goes, oh, I put it in your mailbox. Well, I already had it. And I was like, well, why? What's on there? He goes, typical boilerplate stuff. I said, well, I'll go through it with a fine tooth comb. Well, when I looked at it and I seen that he wanted a whole nother security deposit, which doesn't make any sense, and then he wanted to double the rent. Hell no. So when he called me back going, why haven't you signed the lease? Pretty much, why haven't you bent the knee? Why haven't you been submissive? You know, why haven't you fucking, to my will, bend to your will? I said, he goes, where's the lease? Why didn't you sign the lease? I go like this, what lease? He goes, the one I stuck in your mailbox. I said, oh yeah, because you couldn't be a fucking man and conjure the courage and knock on the door and give it to me? He didn't know what to say. He goes, so what about the lease? I said, you know what about that lease? I said, that paper's gone. He goes, what do you mean gone? I said, I felt so sorry for the trees that gave up their fucking lives for that paper that it was printed on. I didn't want the trees to die in vain, so I wiped my ass with that fucking lease and flushed it down the toilet, and that's exactly what I did. And he's like, oh, you're going. I said, stop talking about it and just fucking do more. I'm getting tired of motherfuckers talking that shit and not following through. So he thought trying to send some people over to tune me up was going to do something. And that don't make me, I'm going to stand on mine. You know, my dad, like I said, before my dad died, he told me, he goes, hey, son, there's one thing that I got to tell you is vital. He goes, don't ever let anybody get over on you. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, don't let anybody do you dirty, you know, make you look like a goof, and any of that bullshit. And I go, why? He goes, because if you let it happen one time, the next time they see you, you know what's going to happen? I said, what, Father? He goes, they're going to think about the first time. And what did they do? They walked right all over you. So that shit got engraved in my motherfucking brain like somebody carved it in. And guess what? To this very second, that's how I roll. Even though I haven't been in fucking trouble in over 10 years, that's how it rolls. And that's why these motherfuckers thought they could come over and intimidate me. You should have heard them. You could hear them. Go back in my shorts of your last year. You could hear them going, don't let us catch you outside. We're going to put you in a trunk. What's stopping you now? There's 18 of you and one of me. Come in here and get me. You're already in my door. The door's open and you're standing in my fucking walkway. Come on in. I told him, unless you're the God of second coming, Messiah, I said, I suggest you fucking do something. You're trying to play checkers on my chessboard. And they tried to tell me I'm crazy. I said, no, you guys are fucking stupid. And I'm smart. I know my rights. Unlike you motherfuckers. See, they were sent over like crash dummies. They were told I owed $6,700 when I've never owed this fucking dumb motherfucker, broke dick Popeye, 1 red cent. I pay my rent early because of this dumb motherfucker. Yeah. And he thinks he gonna dub it on me. Like I said, I told him, I said, call your lawyer. He gonna tell you the same thing when you're gonna have to pay him for it. And that's exactly what happened. And he got so butthurt that he doesn't know what to do now. So he has to sit there and take it. Willingly or unwillingly. Because it's nothing but a fucking fact. And while he tried to take advantage of me, karma. This is karma for him. And I'm stacking my chips so I can get the fuck out of here, jump ship, and build my house or find a house that I can, because I'm not renting anymore. I'm renting to own. I'll drop a bag, root myself in the spot, and then as I continue to pay, I'll just pay it up. I'm not doing none of that rent shit. I'm rent to own, or I'm buying motherfucking shit out, or I'm building. Because with the job I have right now, like I said, you can hold me to it starting at the end of December this year. Give me 5 fucking years. I will either have a house right, that I got rent to own, I will be building one from the motherfucking ground up. And you know what they said? You know what they said? God made land and he ain't making no more of it. Yeah. He ain't making no more of it. Where the fuck my chips at? I'm not talking about gambling chips either. Life's a motherfucking gamble. My motherfucking, my Melvin toast. Fuck what you talking. Don't play that shit. The one time that I actually gave him a chance, there's mold coming through my attic, right? Came into the fucking the motherfucking kitchen, right above the counters. You know, the cabinets of there. When you see it, and it starts coming through, and it's black, and when it rains, it drifts. He bring or some my painting guy, my grass guy, my tree guy, the guy who sucks your dick, the other one who sits on his knees, open his mouth to gargle it, and then the other one who spits in his mouth and swallows. You got a guy for everything, huh? You fucking idiot. So the painting guy comes over, and he's like, "Oh, I was a union painter, and this and that." And then I flat out tell him, and like I said, I can post it. I never posted it, but I have the video. Because I recorded his ass. I said, "You know what you're doing right now is illegal, right?" He goes, "Yeah, and?" I said, "I just wanted to make sure you were aware." And he continued to do what he's doing. And you want to know what happened? 4 months later, it came back. And if I go to show you guys right now, you're going to see it. There's something I can do about it, but the thing is, last time I talked to the fucking slumlord, you want to know what he said to me? He goes, "I can't make time for you. I'm too busy." Oh, yeah? Well, guess what? You will make time for me if it airlifts the motherfucking governor. Oh, yeah. And he's gonna. So let's hope that he does have a lawyer on retainer, because I've always had a lawyer on retainer ever since my crazy shit. I keep a lawyer on standby, on deck. And I don't get in trouble. But you gotta keep, hey, it better play it safe than sorry. Better play it safe than sorry. And the thing is, he just didn't like it, how I had the knowledge. And he could take advantage. Because he's like, I have 16 other units with 16 other residents. And they ain't got no problem signing with me. And I said, I don't give a fuck if you got 16 million. I'm not them. Sorry. Oh, he didn't know what to say then. He didn't know what to say. Just like when they all got applied about the ass, he tried to act stupid about it. Oh, I didn't know they came over there drunk trying to get you out and trying to hurt you and this and that. I said, stop playing fucking stupid, dummy. I said, you're the ones who sent them over here because I got them on video going, "Oh, we're on here behalf of who and who. You need to sign a lease." And then you can hear me. I flat go, "Well, I'm not signing it." And you can hear homie go, you will be signing it. And I go, "Actually, I won't. Over my dead motherfucking body." And that's when they try to bring Meth Mouth. Mr. Meth Mouth, the toothless wonder. Oh, yeah. Unlike some people on here a couple weeks ago tried to call me Meth Mouth. How the fuck am I Meth Mouth when I take care of my oral hygiene? Let alone my hygiene at all. Let alone half of us don't even know about how bad the belly button is. The belly button's more vital than the asshole. You take care of the belly button first. Then the ass. Then you wash belly button. Wash your belly button. Do that belly button check. I'm telling you, conjure the courage. Do that belly button check right now. Stick it in your, you got a screwdriver and you're taking out a screw. And turn that motherfucker and take a whiff. If that motherfucker makes you go, "What the fuck?" You ain't doing proper hygiene. Fuck if you're washing your ass. They both coincide together because you think what you can't see is what's going to get you. And outies are worse than innies. At least with the innies, you can fucking clean, make sure they're clean and, rent them out as timeshares for the mayor of Munchkin Land and his people. Yeah. And I'm telling you the truth. You don't like it, check it. Check it. I'm telling you right now, check it. If you can stick your finger in your belly button, act like you're taking out a screw and take a whiff of that, there's something, and you're like, "What the fuck?" You ain't bathing properly. I found that out the hard way. Because one day I was just fucking bored, and I wasn't looking for lint. I was like, "What the fuck? Why do I got this belly button? What the fuck? Oh, damn! What the fuck?" Changed my whole perspective on hygiene, let alone everything that has to stay pristine. Like, I was like, "Fuck this. Fuck that." Belly button comes first. Ass comes second. Then I go head to down, head to toe, toe to head, and rinse. Yeah, take care of your motherfucking belly buttons, because that's the fucking thing that brought you into this life. What do you think that umbilical cord was connected to? Your mother. Yeah, while you was in the womb. See, people forget about the belly button. It's almost like a spleen. You don't need it, or an appendix. But the appendix, that can burst because appendix grabs things that your body can't digest and it stores it in there, like cold storage. But it can only hold so much. It's almost like it's 64 gig, And then, if you put fucking 124 gig in, it bursts and you have appendicitis. And if you don't get to the hospital, you gonna die from sepsis. And sepsis is infection in the blood, and you can get that in many ways. So watch what you do, act accordingly. Watch that belly button. Like I said, people think it was a big game when I start talking about that. Before I know it, I have everybody knowing. Check your motherfucking belly buttons. People, hey, seriously, be real. Be a fucking human being and be real. You ain't got to tell me. Now, if you do tell me, you can. You can, because it would show me that you conjured the courage and have the gumption as a man or a woman to say, hey, you're fucking right. Holy shit. I know I'm right because I'm the one who found out on my own. Fuck what you talking about. That's just how it be. So, I mean, what you want me to say? But like, you have to know what's going on. Eventually what's going to happen is motherfuckers going to want me to make shirts and all that, like everybody else says. I'm not looking, like that's the last thing I'm trying to do, but it will, yeah. Check your belly button. Yeah, that's going to be my thing. Check your motherfucking belly button. Because am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. If I'm faking it, I ain't going to make it. Tell me right now. Anybody who pops on right now, the 4 people on, check your motherfucking belly button right now. Act like you got a driver and you're taking out a screw. Okay? And then take a whiff of that son of a bitch. That's going to find out if you really on your hygiene or not. Because people tend to forget about their belly button. Innie or outie. And the outies are the worst. You think the innies are because they're, you can fill it up like a pool. Well, I know you are because you apply and test at hand because you take that knowledge in. You take that power. Knowledge is power. Yeah. Knowledge is power. So, yeah, I know what's going on. But see, this is the thing. I'm the type of person that's not going to sit there and play brass tacks with you or beat around the bush or play pass the motherfucking puck or hot potato. I don't give a fuck if people think, oh, you're good. No, I'm stating a motherfucking fact. If you don't like it, rotate. Get the fuck on with yourself. Otherwise, we cool. But I just need everybody to know. Check your motherfucking belly button. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. When I took a shower last night. It's about to hit another day right now, here in a minute. It's about to be Monday. It is Monday. I might as well say it is Monday. Fuck it. Happy Monday to everybody. Happy Monday from Witham. But I will tell you this right now. If you think when I get off this, that I won't get in the motherfucking shower and get myself together and I'm going to need about an hour, you're fucking crazy because I do. And the belly button comes first. And I do it last again. Like I said, belly button, ass, toe to head, head to toe, rinse and repeat. Make sure the flows though. Yeah, you got to get in where you fit in. Yeah, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. No, I'm not dropping the that's an M for Monday. Just like that's a W for Witham. So, yeah, seriously, people need to know. That's good, though. That's good because I'm killing you in a good way. Because I'm not trying to kill nobody, man. Motherfucker tried to kill me before, man. That shit ain't cool. You ever wake up in a fucking diaper and not know who you are and don't know what's going on, don't know your AB, you don't know nothing. Everything's gone, and you have to learn it all day by day. Dude, I wanted to roll myself into a fucking hole, absent the coffin. Seriously, like that shit is fucked. That right there is like, that right there was one of the worst things I ever went through. One of the worst things I ever went through. Because I didn't even know what happened. I didn't even know what happened. I literally woke, I was like, and everyone's like, and I was like, and before you know, I got people telling me that I've been shot in the head. When it happened, I paroled from prison to Washington Park, Southside Chicago. 63rd in Michigan. It ain't funny, bro. Because motherfucking there ain't no bullet. There ain't, hey, death doesn't discriminate. There ain't a name on no motherfucking bullet, bro. There ain't no name on a fucking bullet, bro. There's no name on a motherfucking bullet. So when a lot of these motherfucking youngsters go out there shooting, they close their eyes and they, like a broom. And when they go to hit their target, they hit nothing but innocence instead of their target. You gonna tell me I'm fucking lying? And then if you do have somebody, oh, I'm a poop tart, huh? Then come do something about it. Parachute in, because we aim to please around this bitch. Yeah, we aim to please, bitch. Fuck what you talking about, stupid. You know, you must be one of them motherfuckers think the iron's on, even though it's never been plugged in, let alone taken out of the box, huh? You exempt type. Stupid. Stop diluting yourself, you fucking chump, and take a dirt nap. Dummy. Just crashed the fuck out, didn't you, dummy? I wish somebody would fucking follow through with their fucking words and come find me. Because I'm ready. I should have been dead long ago. I'm here to fucking help people. Not to fuck them up, you fucking stupid. That's why you're taking a dirt nap. Go make another account and pop back on. Stupid. If you think motherfucker ain't on standby, bitch, you fucking ready. I'm on that. And I don't have to, like I said, I don't bang. I don't need to bang. I never banged. I never gang bang. Sad as my son does, though. I didn't know nothing about it. So I met him 7 years ago. You can't tell another grown man what the fuck to do. That's why when somebody one day on here said, oh, your kids ain't safe, I laughed. My son will drop his location to you. And you will be ate alive the minute you get hit on that block. The minute you roll on that block. You could be in a bulletproof fucking car and you're still fucking done. Yeah. Because they're going to take the motherfucking tires out. And once they do that, it's over with. You done. You done. I salute you for that. I salute you for that, the real. On God, on BC, on my brother, BC, on my daddy, on my dad's ashes and my dad homies. And I can't wear them all around my name. Otherwise, I feel like I have a midget hanging from my neck. But this is my closest boy right here. This is a motherfucker who damn near taught me everything, made sure that if it wasn't for him, I'd be dead. That's why I take care. I do what I got to do for my peeps. You know, rest in peace to Gotti, young Lil Mike. For real. Rest in peace to anybody who's lost anybody that street life or anything. You know, he got locked up when he was fucking 15 for attempted murder and they charged him as an adult. He copped out to it, got an aggravated battery firearm. They gave him 12 years. He got out when he was 21 and got killed a week after his 23rd birthday with a kid on the way. You know how fucked up that was? Don't fuck with me. It's been 13 years since he's been dead. And it seems like yesterday it just happened. Just like with my father. We're threatening 30 years. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I don't like to bring that shit up. I don't gangbang, but the thing is, I was a little bit a part of that. Because my boy was from Hattie Way. And the thing is, now they made, when he got killed back in 2000, they 6 or 7 blocks come together and made Gotti World. Yeah, because my buddy's name on the street was Gotti. Lil Mike Lee. Yeah, my boy. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm gonna tell you this right now. That shit's fucked up because it's so everybody killing each other, and the thing is, most of them are related to each other, and it's so small. Everybody's sharing the same gas stations, same stoppage, and it's like nobody can take an ass whooping anymore. That's why everything started going crazy. Yeah, I was on 63rd in Michigan. One block before that, the next block was King. You got Indiana, King right there, St. Lawrence right over there. I was in Washington Park, so like walking distance. So like, I'm gonna let you know this right now. Like, I don't even want to talk about that shit. You want to know why? Because it's so detrimental. Like the shit that happened, man. Like, that's why I don't talk. And the thing is, I don't bang. So like, when I paroled up there, and my guy was showing me the ropes, I got to meet some of them people. And it's not something to be like, hey, people gonna do what they do. And that's why, like, I was already like that. So it was like, I didn't have to gang bang. My reputation held me. But like I said, when you hanging out with a crowd like that, you have to realize what comes with that risk. That's why I got, that's why certain things happen. Man, I feel bad for all of it. What you talking about, bro? People don't realize what the fuck was going on there. I don't even want to bring up certain names because there's motherfuckers out there that still will ride and crash out for people that are gone. And I'm talking on both sides. They will spin the block. And that's why I'm telling you, this ain't no fucking game. And I don't bang. I do not bang. I never have. That was one thing that was clearly, it was totally like, dude, if you banged, you would be whatever. You would be whatever. You'd be a fucking nightmare. You're already a nightmare and you don't bang. There's no reason for you to bang. So, like, when I paroled up there in 2011, that's right when shit started to happen. Right when shit started to fucking happen. I stayed on fucking 85th West 63rd Street. Yes, right on the corner of Michigan at the Edmund Tower buildings. So, like, no, I understand, but the thing is, like, up there, like, hey, now these days it's fucked up, bro. It's real fucked up. But back then, that shit was just starting to roll, and like nobody's seen it coming. Nobody. And I'm serious because this is the thing. Everybody was cool with each other. Parkway Gardens was cool with everybody because nobody was at it with each other. Then before you know it, motherfuckers start talking shit, and then motherfuckers get their ass beat. And I think y'all know who I'm talking about. Motherfucker got his ass beat, got mad, and come back with a gun and start blowing motherfuckers down, and he became a real bad demon. I mean, he became captain of the drill team over for Parkway. I ain't gonna say his name. I don't have to say his name because his name still rings bells to this day. He was a real fucking demon. No, I'm serious. Like, hey, why do you think he took out his glow like as quick as he did? He was barely like, hey, somebody whooped him one day, right? He wasn't having it. He come back and shot him and his cousin. And his cousin was being recruited by the Bears. And now he's paralyzed in a motherfucking wheelchair for life. So you get what you give. But on top of that, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, you have a choice. So you make that choice comes. I don't bang. Everybody knows I don't bang. Anybody in real life knows I don't bang. But like, now these days, it doesn't even matter. You look at somebody the wrong way, or if they think you're looking at them the wrong way, they will slump you. And he calls and the thing is, he don't like the black on black shit. And the thing is, that's all it was up there. Like, yeah, you had a couple of white boys that were in it to win it, but like my big thing was like, you want to know what turned the captain of the drill team on Parkway Gardens into a demon? When he watched one of our people fucking kill Chief Keef's half brother. His name, they called him White. In broad daylight, while the cops were surveilling Parkway Gardens in the 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. Look him up, 50 shots. He's doing 160 years. Yeah. He killed fucking Chief Keef's half brother. Yeah, he popped him in, and then he got to shoot out with the police. The police got right out and started shooting with him. They shot him. He got locked the fuck up. Fortunately, he didn't die. And they fucking gave him triple digits at 100%. Yeah, just go look up 50 Shot. You'll know. And I don't know him like that, but I'm just letting you know that's shit went down there. Like, dude, I don't even want to talk about the shit because it hurts. Because all I could think about is the people that were close to me that were up there that had to deal with that shit. Because up there, you don't have to kill. Like, if you clicked up with a click that did that, people are claiming bodies. So like when motherfuckers are like, fuck God, he this and that, man, that shit hurt the soul. And there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there. No, you're right. It was. And that's what I'm telling you. Like, there is no making this shit up. That's why I'm telling you, historical events. And I'm not somebody to fucking sit here and put this shit on. So, like, you open that door. I have to let us go through it. Yeah, you're absolutely right, real. You want to know what? Charleston White, though, he's not doing it for publicity. He's trying to make awareness. Why do you think he said, I wish kids in 1st and 2nd grade, they had snitch school? Because he doesn't want them to go through what he did. He got shot in the fucking eye, just like I got shot in the motherfucking head. See? If it didn't hit, if it would have hit me flat out, it would kill me. It ricocheted off my head because it hit me at an angle. Killed every hair root in my, so I won't grow no hair there again. It ricocheted off my head. I still woke up like a fucking dummy though, like a fucking dummy. I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what happened. I didn't even know what happened. So like I said, it was like I was killed and was brought back. And really, that's how I felt because it was like I went to sleep, and then before I knew it, I slowly woke up, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was what. I had to learn my ABCs, my 1, 2, 3s. I was in a fucking diaper. Catheter. Like, you know, like all sorts of weird shit, dude. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And then when it slowly started coming to me, all I wanted to do was roll myself out of that bed into a hole that wasn't there and fall in it and get buried. And then, you know, when the rehabilitation, that was the hardest. Because every day they're pushing you just a tiny little bit, but before you know it, you're like, what the fuck? Like, I gotta go. But like, dude, you watch somebody get changed like a fucking channel, that shit is traumatizing. Like, there's no coming back from that. And then sometimes you blame yourself for it. Like, my boy Gotti, when he died, and like I said, you want to look him up? There ain't much on him because he wrote in silence. He wasn't one of them people who had to put his shit on there like these people now these days, like Vaughn 1800 and hold on. Hey, it's just a matter of time before he get clipped just like Bloodhound Lil Jeff. Those motherfuckers out there clipping people so much that people are so afraid that they're willing to start killing so they don't become a statistic. And I don't like that anybody dies, but when you out there thinking that you acting like God and you playing tag with Satan, don't get mad when you under a reverend. Don't get mad when you under a reverend. And you want to know when my boy got killed, he wasn't out banging, and he was born in that shit. He was out just trying to make up for lost time, making money for the fam. And guess what? Some motherfuckers walked up on him that was thirsty and tried to rob him. And he was in a car, you know, with his brother-in-law. And he wasn't having it. There's 3 of them, 2 of them. He upped. He was able to squeeze off a couple shots. He hit one of them in the face. They all shot. One of them hit him in the head. When they hit the corner, my boy was dead. What was real fucked up about the whole situation was what they did. You know, they sent him over to St. Bernard's over there on like 73rd, 74th and Yale. And they had him there for like 4 fucking hours. Oh, his family, everybody's there. They're like, you know, they're waiting to hear, and then nobody tell them that. And then they're like, you got to go to 35th in California because that's where we're taking him. To the county, to hospital. To the county, right across the street from the Cook County Jail. And then like 3 hours after that, they pronounced him dead. So like, you know, this ain't no game, man. Fuck that shit. And then they wonder why motherfuckers hop off and start freaking out and they flip and turn to a fucking demon. I want to talk about, you know, if it's going to help some, that's fine. But I don't really want to talk about that shit because motherfuckers out there are willing to fucking risk it all for it all. And when you don't know no better and you're a product of your own environment, you're going to do it. And that's what turned homie into captain over there. But it is a two-sided fence. Like, they both took so many losses. You know what? I mean, if anybody knows what's going on over there, they broke up. They think they won the war. There was no war to win. It took fucking 8 people to fucking kill Carlton Weekly. Rest in peace, Duck. Abby G. Duck. And rest in peace, his brother Brick. He died. Him and his cousin Kobe got killed on 7/17/17. The one day they didn't have the tool. They rolled up on the block. They popped Kobe right in his motherfucking head. Brick went running. That was Duck's half brother. He made it around the alley, tried hopping a fence, and shot him in his back 11 times. Yeah. And you know, I wasn't up there for that motherfucking shit, and I'm glad I wasn't because that shit hurt the soul. I mean, shit was getting real bad then. Real bad. I mean, they were playing tit for tat hardcore. I mean, it was fucked. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. When you like, I barely been through in this. I've been shot before. I've been through all this shit. But the thing is, I don't gangbang. So like, for them, that's second nature. When you grow up, you don't know no better. They gonna stand on that shit. So like, you can't hate somebody for their beliefs when they don't know, especially when that's what it was, all it was. And then like, how it's designed by whoever created everything. Death by design. well, we're gonna put you in this area, and we're gonna make sure every corner's got a liquor store and this and that, and we're gonna fucking stack you guys like you're fucking already dead in fucking project buildings. You know, Washington Park is only like 3 miles wide, and it's got hundreds of thousands of people in it. It's not good. And then you got Woodlawn right next to there and all that. Like, and then you start going farther down south. You got Pilsen, Little Village, where the Kings are fucking over there, fucking going crazy. And then you got the Saint Disciples and everybody else, trying to crack crowns. It's crazy because hey, that's one thing that was fucked up about my situation. I didn't gangbang, so I didn't have the problem able to go into other hoods. Because I had friends from everywhere, but I could not let them coincide together. And like when they would talk, I had to let it be. It was their belief and their right, and I had to let it be. And I didn't gangbang, so I had no right to say anything. I had no right, and I didn't. There was a day, honestly, after prior, a couple years back, 2018, I was kicking it on a block. I'm not going to tell you where exactly, but my baby mom was with me. My baby mom was my youngest. And motherfuckers start getting into it with somebody. And there was like 30 of us on the block. And I was just there to see my boy. And we're kicking it. He's on a scooter going up and down, just having fun. All of a sudden, these motherfuckers start tit-and-tatting. And they're like 2 feet away from our car parked on the curb. My old lady's in the car. Before you know it, this motherfucker's tomahawking somebody with a bat and caving his fucking head in. Right there. These motherfuckers are telling him, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, they literally went and bought him a bus and said, you gotta get the fuck out of here. They're gonna kill you. He didn't give a fuck. And I don't know what happened with him, but it was fucked up. It was fucked up. You 1 second, everything's cool. The next second, pandemonium. Fucking crazy. And then, like, the shit that they do, like, when motherfuckers, hey, they hit somebody you care about, dude, they be doing people dirty these days. They be doing people dirty. I mean, hey, look up Shooter Shells, Cedric Doles. They did him so fucking dirty. Because they killed a couple of his guys. He killed a couple of NLMB. And the thing is, NLMB, that's no limit Muskegon boys, Blackstones and GDs, never leave my brothers. G Herbo's thing, when he was Lil Herb, he turned. He's not even around there anymore. Him and Lil Bibby, they're not around. But they got that's where they're rooted from. I'm not talking shit about them. Actually, I can't talk shit about nobody up there, because they gonna do what the fuck they gonna do regardless. But like, those motherfuckers, they such a big gang that they can outlive people in wars, and they've damn near extincted other gangs. Like, they've got graveyards just for them, for all, and like, literally, that's how big their gangs are. Like, they take so many losses, it's barely a dent in the pocket, but those losses do hit other people. Like, when I don't even want to bring it up. Because it's like negativity brings negativity. I just want people to know, if you are doing anything, don't do it. Because I wasn't even doing it, and I got put into it. Because I was with my friends, and like, I knew in the back of my mind, hey, something might happen, and I was willing to take that risk. But the thing is, there's nothing I could do. Like, I'll let you know this right now. Because you don't see me slide doesn't mean that I let it slide. I'm telling you the truth. But you get what you give. You get what the fuck you give. So, like, when the real brought that up, man, dude, you really fucking hit, you really hit a fucking nerve, dude. Because all I can think about is everybody who got killed. And I'm not talking on one side, I'm talking on both sides, dude. That shit's sad, bro. And now, Parkway Gardens is killing each other. They've been killing each other. They have a civil war that's never going to stop. Everybody who thought they were on top, they're not. Nobody's at top. No, there's no winners in the street but the government and the funeral parlors. There's no winners on the street but the government and the funeral parlors. And that was one of the things that fucked me up real bad when I first paroled up there, was watching these young kids dragging their fucking parents in the funeral homes going, this is what casket I want you guys to prepay for. Because they already knew that they were going to be dead, if not soon, close to soon, if not a little bit later. So that made that right there, that really was a reality check, because it was like you thought they were going into to get free Jordans. No, literally, I'm serious. And Reverend Corey Brooks, New Beginnings, which is right at the end of Parkway, right there on King, at the end when Parkway ends. That's a good man right there. Uh, yeah, his son's even to do that, But the thing is, like, that there's a lot of people out there. It's just fucked up, Unless you go through it or you know what the fuck's happened, you just don't understand, and it's hard to understand. You don't want to understand because, I was Rowdy Pied Piper before all this shit. So when I paroled up there, and my boy was like, "Hey, we gotta watch what's going on." This is way before the STL and the ABT shit started happening with them, because y'all know how you hear him always. A key for them always talking about, oh, I'm smoking on Tuka. They're talking about Shondell Gregory Jr. He was just a 15-year-old boy trying to get in where he fit in, and they killed him at a bus stop. And guess what? It was sad. And then on top of it, a couple of years later, they killed his half-brother, Lil Mark from 051 Young Money. That was a Mickey Cobra. They killed him at a bus stop. How ironic is that? And Lil Mark, they weren't on the, like, Tuka wasn't out there killing nobody, but, like, this is the thing. They, his side, they respect him. They're always, like, smoking on Tuka. Like, almost like, remember what Tupac said? I want you guys to smoke my ashes. So that's what they did. So, like, in respect, when Tuka got killed, everybody on his end was like, we smoke on Tuka. Well, then, the BDs and Chief Keef, and to this day, anybody who's still alive and I'm smoking, they use as a disrespect, and that's why it got real bad. And then they start clipping motherfuckers. And Tuka was the first one to go down. They killed Doc. That's what really got it going. That and Cuckoo and a couple other people. Then when Tuka got killed at STL, that's when really, because they were just, Chief Keef just started to hit, like, he made that shit I don't like, and that's what got him going. And before you knew it, every other song he did, I'm smoking on Tuka, just like Captain of the Drill Team. He was, I'm smoking on this, I'm smoking on, yeah, and guess what? You got what you give. You get what you give. So, like, but the thing is, that everybody was taken advantage of. They were. And I don't even want to get into that shit because it has, that's beyond my fucking, let me say in actual fact, it's beyond my pay grade. I don't get paid for that shit. So, like, what I know, and that's it is it. We're not going no farther. What's happening? What do I think about Julio Fulio? He should have fucking tuck-tailed and ran and quit doing the bullshit because he became a statistic like everybody else. I seen that shit coming with my eyes closed. And the thing is, I don't even want to bring this up, but I'm going to have to since you said it. When he signed, he put a label on the target on his back. Because whether he was with the shits or not, who benefits from his death after he signs? Not his family, the label. So if he's making bangers, just like anybody who dies, you're worth more dead than alive when you're in the industry. Let's get down to real solid gold fucking facts. Man, my phone keeps going off. I'm about to fucking pop that motherfucker in the head. Why does this motherfucker keep going off? Fuck out of here with your dumb shit. But no, man, there's just too much shit that has happened that didn't need to happen. And really, that's why you never see me bring it up or heard me bring it up until somebody brought it up. And I can't blame the real for bringing it up. You asked, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And the thing is, like, Wooski from FBG, okay? His big brother was King Von's rappy. He just got out a little bit ago because he was going to snitch on him, but then he didn't, and he got contempt of court, and they gave him 18 years. Because he was his rappy with the murder on Malcolm Stuckey. And, and then other people, Modell, and then attempted murder on Miles. And like I said, Miles was in high school, and he had the Bears, NFL, Bear recruiter, already going to recruit him. So, like, he was holding Modell when he got shot. He got dry gulch from behind. And they didn't kill him, but he's in his own wheelchair now. He'll never be able to pursue his dreams. And that sucks. It fucking sucks. And if people thought they were going to get away with it, karma got them. And I'm not trying to be ignorant. It happens with everybody. What you do is what you give. And the thing is, that's why, like, I can't sit there and down a motherfucker for what he did, because everybody out there that's doing that shit, they know. They know every dog has its day. Every dog has its day. But they did a lot of people, they did motherfuckers dirty. So, like, if they thought somebody was just going to stand there and take it, hell no. Motherfucker, hey, what's on, like it's on, we're going to play tit for tat. I mean, seriously. I mean, fuck, if you guys just know that, be thankful that you didn't have to grow up in that shit, because I didn't grow up in it, but I grew up being like that. So when I paroled over there, it was like, fuck. Everyone was like, ooh, who's this fucking cream puff? You don't want to know who this cream puff is, because this motherfucker will slump you with no hesitation. And I wasn't even carrying a gun. And he didn't like that. He was like, you got to have something. He was like, you got to stay with your blick like you married it. Because a lot of motherfuckers act like they carried it. But even if they have it, they won't slide. So they ain't intelligent. But it was fucked up because you had shit that was going on that you didn't know was going to go on. And then when it happened, it was in retrospect. So, like, you ever been in front of somebody when they got shot? You don't know it's going to happen, okay? When it does happen, though, everything starts moving in slow motion. You hear your heart beating, your head throbbing. You start fucking racing. You don't know what the fuck. And everything's in slow motion. And you can see coming, it's like you got to break out of it if you want to live or die. And sometimes you don't even have the choice. That's why I tell people, if you fall, you ain't getting up. If you fall, you not getting up. And you got to remember, when I brought up Wooski represented, even though Wooski grew up in Parkway Gardens. His whole family did. His dad, Big Cookie, he was one of the big BDs over there back in the day. And they shot him like fucking 15 times and ran him over with a motherfucking car. And I'm talking his own people. It was a lot of mixture shit. I don't even know nothing. I don't even know deep about that, but that's what happened. But like that, his whole family was from Parkway, and Wooski, he went to the other side. So like you had motherfuckers conflicted. Just like, like I said, somebody got his ass beat and turned him into a real motherfucker. I know he was jumping off, and then when motherfucker got killed in front of him, it was over with. He was him and the little guy, the little Napoleon. I don't even want to bring his name up because, like I said, he was a scary little motherfucker. Yeah. They were out there fucking. And then it was fucked up. What really turned him, King, he was out. He locked the fuck up and his homie got killed. That really fucked him up. On Valentine's Day. Yeah. And that wasn't good for anybody. None of this shit's good for anybody. Negativity breeds negativity. So death brings death. Death rotation. Death by design. I don't even like talking about this shit because honestly, it's not something to be talking about. Because I don't bang. Just because I know certain things don't mean shit. You just don't want to have to go through that shit though, because when you lose somebody close to you, it hurts. Like Wooski's got a lot of brothers and sisters. Big Mike just got out of prison. J-Day the youngin from Hattyway, he got shot in the face last year. He's still alive. He's still out there doing his shit. He from the same area my boy was. Hattyway. From their boy Hattie Patty got killed. So like, hey, what's happening? But like that, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of them out there, and they're gonna ride on what they're gonna ride on. That's all there is to it. So like, you think you're gonna stop it? You not. That's why when that stupid motherfucker come on and say, "Yo, kids ain't safe," my kid's up there, and I can't stop it. I didn't know nothing about, like, I didn't find out about his existence about 6-7 years ago, and when I did, it didn't matter. You can't tell another grown man what the fuck to do, whether you're his father or not, especially when he's in the streets. And he knew my reputation, but I wasn't gangbanging, so it meant nothing to him. My reputation, it meant nothing. I mean, literally, when he met me, he had his hand. Like, yeah, he was ready to slump me, my own son. Until he looked me in my eyes and seen himself. Yeah. When he looked me in my eyes and seen, oh, just because you white and I'm light skinned, and I've got, we got blue eyes. And then on top of it, twins run deep in our family. He had twins, so like that didn't help. And then his mind, the people lying to him about me. I ran away. Which guy was a tiny rooster? What needs to start happening is what we start seeing over in LA. The Crips and the Bloods coinciding together on the dance floor. That shit never, ever, ever, ever would happen. And that shit's happening. Oh, yeah. My kid's up there ready to eat him alive right now. I wish he would have parachuted, and I already told him where the fuck he's at. You guys know that. My kid don't give a fuck. I told my kid, hey, my kid laughed at me and said, drop the low. Drop the low. I don't give a fuck if he's a ching chong chang chong. He shot himself with his own chopstick gun and got hit with a rice catapult. I don't give a fuck. He don't want none of that motherfucking. He don't want none of that night. Because a motherfucker leave him night, even in the night light. Shit, you motherfucker don't know. Hey, just like that one night when somebody's like, don't have your windows. My windows were already open. Don't look at somebody's gonna come in. Come in. Come in. We aim to please in this bitch. We aim to please. We aim to please. Fuck what you talking about. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Fuck what you talking about. And I'm not no badass. I'm just not going to sit there and let somebody ride like that. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm no badass. I'm a human like everybody else. I'm thankful that I didn't have to grow up in that shit. But by default, I was like that. So like when I went to joint and my reputation was ringing bells in there, and then I come home. Yeah, it was. Now if I was out there trying to be on that shit, oh yeah, I would have been done already. Been done. But God permitted me to still be here. God permitted me. God permitted it. He said no. You have a purpose, and you gonna stay until I deem different. Until I see different and see fit. So guess what? I don't give a fuck. Let somebody come. I told him parachute in. That's why I love when tonight we having a decent night. We ain't got jobs and spark plugs on here, and people that with fucking brains that are dry rotted. Because they've been drinking zombie piss so much that their mind turned into a fucking mushroom. That's why they pop up like a mushroom. Don't get the fucking meat knocked out your fucking taco. Don't do it. Because I'm not special. I'm no different from anybody else. I'm no different from anybody else. I'm the same as all y'all. I'm not bigger. I'm not small. I'm right there. I'm going to give it to you how it is, what it is. They better behave, because if they really want some, all they got to do is come get some. Because guess what? Where I'm from, we talk big, and everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And there are no ifs, how, when, or where, who, or wow. Motherfucker want to act the fool, go ahead and play because we got cool. Fuck we talk about. I don't have to show none. I don't have to show none. I don't have to show none. Motherfucker want to threaten lives? Come in. Go ahead and take your precious time to go ahead and slump your own life, because I'm going to live my I've always had my whole life. I never ran from a problem like it's an exercise. Chasing that money is what I'm going to do my whole life, because I got obligations and responsibilities. And God told me I better take advantage of my abilities. And that's what I'm doing. And He's done giving me blessings. And I'm not going to take advantage. I'm going to make sure I take full advantage. And not go, yeah, he gave me a pass, and next time I get hit, he'll give me another pass. Hell no. We ain't gonna fucking play like that, because that's you acting 10 foot tall and bulletproof, and none of us are that. So you gonna tell me if I'm the one who's lying? No. Because anybody could get killed snap right now. In a blink of an eye, you're here, and then you're gone. So what the fuck are you gonna do when your people are crying? Oh no. You don't want that shit. We're not playing that shit. Nobody playing that shit. Nobody. So if you think it's a fucking game, go ahead. Go ahead. But I just say, I'm on here to let everybody know you have a choice. Don't do it to yourself. Don't let somebody remove the choice from you. Time and patience is a true counter. And there's always something good that you can salvage out of a bad thing. And vice versa. So let it be. Go ahead and let it be. You know, you find diamonds in the rough when you're in the darkest place in your life. So when somebody wants to get stupid, yeah, that's when you legal, you got nothing to worry about. I haven't been shown in 10 years. I'm straight. When you don't go to when you don't get convicted of a fucking violent crime, you can be legal with everything. So I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to fucking hide. There's nothing for me to hide. Why do you think I'm on here? I don't run from my problems. I've always faced it. I come from the bottom basement. Now I feel like I'm living my life in the Matrix. And I don't give a fuck if my pockets are filled with faces. That's why a lot of motherfuckers get on here and get butthurt, because they don't like that shit. Well, guess what? That's their problem, not fucking mine. You deal with it. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Why don't you just stop talking about it and just do more? Because I remember back then I was fucked up and I felt like I was too poor. And I don't have to thumb through my check because it'd make me too sore. I get paper cuts just counting the money because I get too sore. And I hate fucking money. It's a false sense of security. Because anybody gonna do what they do without fucking hearing me. That's fine. Let them. They can pancake what they want. The thing is, when it's done and over with, what they got the show for? Because I'm not going on my way to go fucking prove something. I don't have to. I'm stating solid fucking facts on here. We aim the motherfucking pleas on Big Grave and them, on Gotti and them, on my dad, on BC, on everybody. I'm just letting you know. Don't fuck around. You go and fuck around, come play. You want to be a clown? You drunk off that clown sauce? You can get sent to slip and fall school. Only you guys going to take a dirt nap. My mom's going to make you take a dirt nap. And you want to come around? Go ahead. We aim to please. I've always said we were parachute in. Parachute in, because with a block I'm at, motherfuckers won't let you in. If they let you in, it's to chew you up and spit you out and then do you more in. They'll take advantage of you. They'll even fucking put you on live. And then they'll record on the side and then post this shit on their own personal motherfucking websites. And I'm talking fucking Instagram or Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, motherfuckers are crazy these days. So like, you think it's funny? It's not. Motherfucker, seriously, motherfucker gonna come out of the house one day. They popped him in his head. There was 5 of them there. They popped him in his head. He was already dead. They stood around him, and they took turns while they were recording him, shooting him in his fucking face and his body. Shot him like fucking 50 fucking times. Literally. And most of the shots were to the fucking face. I mean, you think I'm lying? It might not be on the internet, but I got pictures. It's not something you want to see. You can't come back from that shit. Just like you ever seen somebody get changed in real life. That's something you can come back. It's traumatizing. That's what turns a lot of these guys into fucking killers. I don't want nobody to be going through that. The thing is, people want to do what they want to do. So I just want people that know that they can listen. They don't have to be on that bullshit. Nobody need to be on that bullshit. There's more than life than just fucking trying to act like you the man, because nobody's the man out in the streets. Only the funeral parlors and governments are. And I don't give a fuck what anyone does. But I do give a fuck who comes on here and what they do. But we're pushing 2 hours. And if I'm gonna follow through with playing some strategy, some chess, unlike somebody trying to play checkers on my chessboard, we're gonna have to let it go. We're gonna have to let it go. Hopefully you got that board set up. Hit me live. I go. Because we're hitting 2 hours. I'm about to roll out because look, it's almost 1 right now, 15-1. I gotta go to work at 4. So like, if you want to play a little bit and still get it going, I'm a man of accountability. I will follow through, but we gotta get off. So one thing I will say, you know, and I can't blame the real asked. I had to tell them the truth. And in case the real don't know, hey, Hattie Way, my boy was from that area, 71st and Champlain. But you know, when he got killed, you know, a lot of blocks come together. E block, C block, Hattie Way, they all formed together. Gotti Road, they on 75th and Rhodes, but that's not for me to be talking about either, because like I said, I don't gang bang. It was my boy who got killed. I was there at his funeral. I was there to comfort his family. I was prostrate with grief. I didn't think he was dead. And I told everybody that that night I was supposed to be there when he got killed. I was supposed to be there. So like, when I got the phone call the following day, because he always would call me back if he missed call. We talked for hours. The last time I talked to him, we talked for like 5-6 hours on the phone. And his baby mom called me up and was like, I hope you're not calling his phone. I'm like, why? Because he gone. And I was like, what do you mean he gone? He gone. He not coming back. I was so fucked up. I was like, you're a fucking liar. And you know, I hate myself for that now, but she knew I didn't mean it, but I was like, you're fucking lying. You know, I in my mind, I was like, until I see him in that, and I still didn't want to believe it. I still didn't want to fucking believe it. I still didn't want to fucking believe it. And we're going on 13 years he's been gone. And too many people on. It don't matter. Nobody wins. Nobody wins, all right? Nobody wins. Nobody. The government and funeral parlors win. That's it. But you can't fight fate, and you're going to do what you got to do, when you got to do, where you got to do, how you got to do it. So, another one with your boy Witham. You hit me up on live here in a second, because I got to know that you haven't synced in, because my shit's synced in. You hit me on live, we can start playing Thinking Man's game. Man of strategy and chance. Shit. I'd rather have one and not need it than need one and not have it. Another one with your boy Witham. I know. I can tell that you keep fucking just wanting to be a fucking repeat of Broken Record. How about you parachute in? Night night, dirt nap dummy. Fucking chump. Stop diluting yourself, you fucking chump. Oh, that's right. You're breathing in dirt now. And that's not funny. But he did it to himself. So, guess what? Do what you gotta do, motherfucker. Because guess what? We aim to please this bitch. Nobody fucking around in this motherfucker. Nobody. I'm not out there starting shit. But if you start shit, I'm going to finish it by default. So don't open the door you cannot fucking close. Because I've never done it. I've never done it because I know what can happen. Nobody is untouchable. Anybody can fucking be changed at any time. Even when you're not even doing nothing. You don't even have to be on the sidelines. On standby. The motherfucker rock your ass. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I'm getting off here. I don't want your boy with him. I'm out. Rest in peace to all the fallen. Everybody who died in the street. Innocent, especially the innocents, and everybody who's fell victim to the streets. You know no better, whatever it was. I don't want nobody hurt. That shit fucked. It's fucked. But it is what it is. How it is what it is. I'm out. I'll talk to you in a second. You better hit me up live. You better call me live, ready to play chess.